Alright.
Are you sure the lighting's good?
That looks great. Your room looks good too. We cleaned it.
Perfect. We did clean it just for the video. Hey guys, what's going on?
What's happening?
We are going to do couples trivia. Because Rydell and Capron did it, and we wanted to do it too. And we haven't really done a ton of we only did the boyfriend and girlfriend tag.
We did those, and then we did like the dating game way back when.
That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago.
So, okay, we don't really have anything prepared. We're just,
yeah, we do.
Well, we do, but Gus said he didn't really know. But okay, I have a couple questions.
No,
so, my first question is, when was the first time we saw each other?
Well, the first time I saw Kyla was a long time ago, 2015. 2015, right? That's 5 years ago. We actually came out to LA. I was still living in Colorado. We came out to LA to visit the Lynches. We went to go take a dance class, and Kyla was in that dance class.
And it was a normal Tuesday for me at my dance studio. I've been going to the Rage since I was 5, so I've been there my whole life, and I kind of knew Rydell and the Lynches because they went there when they were younger. So Rydell taught me for a little bit, and I just knew them because I was younger, so I didn't know them that well, but I knew Rydell because she taught me. And then, yeah, so then it was a normal Tuesday for me, and
we came into class.
And the boys came into class.
And we
Stormy
absolutely
was there,
sucked. Because Kyla was in the highest level.
It was the advanced,
dance.
And on Tuesdays we do a 2-hour class with really intense, just conditioning and stretching, and then a ton of technique and a combo at the end.
Yeah, and we jumped right into that with little to no experience. No, we've had experience,
yeah,
but it wasn't we weren't lyrical dancers. I just remember being in that class. We were in line. The teacher was like, "All right, here we go. We're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 turns," and we were like. I remember looking at Gil and I could barely do 1 turn. We were like, Anyway, that was the first time I saw Kyla.
Yep, first time.
As we're driving to class, or the dance class, we're in the car with Stormy. In Colorado, I had a girlfriend, she just broke up with me, and I was devastated. I was what, in 7th grade?
You were young.
8th grade? I was young.
And it was a young girlfriend.
Yeah, it wasn't like this. We were together for I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a 4-year relationship.
We were just talking. I wasn't devastated, but we were just talking about it, and Stormy goes, "Okay, we're gonna play a little game. There's a girl in this dance class that we're going to that I think would be a perfect match for you, Gus." But she didn't tell me who it was. She didn't tell me what she looked like.
Wait, really quick though. And I knew Stormy. And Stormy knew my whole family from because Stormy used to work at the dance studio, so I knew her. She knew my mom, my dad. She knew all of us, and we loved her when she was there. So keep going. So
she knew the Loffers, and I didn't. And she goes, "There's somebody that's gonna be in this dance class that is a perfect match for you, Gus. But I'm not gonna tell you who it is, and I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna keep she kept it to herself, and she's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you who it is, and we're gonna play a game. We're gonna guess when you come back in the car." So we're going in this dance class. I'm thinking oh my gosh, there's a girl in here that apparently is someone that I'm gonna fall in love with. I didn't really know at the start, because obviously I didn't talk to Kyla in class. We didn't really talk in class. I saw her. I thought she was really pretty, but anyway, we go through this whole class. We go back in the car, and it was kind of
any of this.
Yeah, Kyla didn't know any of this, and we were all right, we didn't really know what. I didn't really know what to.
Well, you didn't really get to meet us either. It was more just by seeing us.
Stormy was like, well,
right after class they left, and then we went to our next class, so we didn't really talk or anything, and yeah.
Stormy's like, who did? And we didn't really know who to say because we didn't really know these girls. And Stormy goes, well, my person was Kyla, and I was like, who's Kyla? I didn't know her name. Then that summer we moved out here, and I ended up falling in love with Kyla, which is pretty crazy. I kind of think that story's funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny how Stormy called it. So we moved here in summer. We had a Christmas together where we weren't dating. We were just kind of hanging out and talking. That's when you liked that other dude. She was going to high school, and
I was in high school. I was a 9th grader in high school, and Gus was doing the homeschool thing with Sophie at the RDH studio.
Oh, that was weird. I was closer with Sophie at for a short period of time than I was with Kyla.
And so I was just kind of in high school, just living my best life, just
without me.
No. And I was
just kidding.
And we were just so yeah, I did kind of this guy, whatever. It was kind of just stupid, and I don't know.
Didn't he lock you outside or something?
Yeah, he was weird. I kind of because Gus, we started, Snapchatting, kind of,
Well, everyone was.
Yeah, everyone,
it was the cheesy,
it was a couple years ago, that was just,
let's start a streak!
Yeah, and so we all...
We were still young.
Yeah, and so we were Snapchatting, and we were, talking all the time. but it was just like friends. It was never like
just hanging out.
Yeah, we were just talking, like getting to know each other, and we were just super good friends. And then there was like a point, and this was after kind of like the thing with that other guy ended or whatever. And I think there was like one night that you like, he always Snapchatted me like every night. He would just like, or did I ever Snapchat you? I think I did a couple times. But you would always be like the first one to Snapchat me, and then I would like, we would talk like all night pretty much, just like Snapchatting back
We'd stay up till like 4 in the morning.
No, we would.
Yeah, we would.
You would?
I guess we never got to 4. It was
Not
it was
4,
late though. It was like
but-
2 or 3. I remember asking you, because I didn't go to high school. I remember asking you like just because I wanted to talk to you. I remember being like, so
I remember
what's high
that,
school
actually.
like? Is it like it is in the movies?
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to high school, but I used to like say a bunch of cheesy stuff like that because I didn't want to stop talking to her.
And then there was a point where I was like, one day Gus didn't Snapchat me, and I was like really annoyed because I'm like, why didn't he Snapchat me? Like, he always Snapchats me. And then I just Snapchat him, and I was like, that's weird, because I like got to a point where I was like excited to like talk to you every day. And then, because I always was excited to talk to you, but then it like made me mad when you didn't Snapchat me.
It made you mad?
Not mad, but I was like, kind of like, why didn't you Snapchat me? I don't know. I wasn't like mad, but. And then I remember telling my mom, I was like, I think I like Gus because I'm like, it made me like sad when you didn't Snapchat me. It was kind of stupid.
This was
but-
what? This was
We were
like
young.
this was like 5
Like,
years ago.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So it sounds like stupid, but we were young. We weren't like, this was like, and that was my first serious relationship
That's
too.
so crazy. We
So
were
it
like
was like-
13. No, wait.
We were 15. We turned 15 the year we started dating. And then for your birthday, I remember I like brought you a gift.
Yeah.
Because that's when we kind of like started liking each other, so I brought him a gift. And it's funny because we always saw each other just at the dance studio. So we saw each other like a couple times a week just at the dance studio. So I would just bring you like, I
Just
brought your
random
gift
gifts.
to the
You make me
studio
cookies and bring cookies to the studio. I would leave
It was
little
really
notes in
cute,
your bag.
actually. Yeah, we'd leave notes in each other's bags. So that was kind of like how it all started.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was like a specific point where it like turned.
I think it was good because like it was nice because we kind of like just were friends, and I think that like helped like.
Yeah, I remember you said that you're like, you know, I thought of you as my friend, and then all of a sudden it like when you said, you know, it just like switched.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't. I was just like, ah, gosh, I really like this girl. I wanna get to know her more. And so the whole time I was just trying to get to keep talking to her, and now look at us. So it worked.
Yep, it did work. But yeah.
This
so-
kind of turned from
But I felt
couples
like-
trivia to
I
like a
know.
story time.
But I felt like everything that happened, like, I don't know, like I wouldn't want to like go back because I felt like everything that happened was
It's
like
perfect.
good. Because we just
Should
were.
we tell them about the beach house?
Yeah, I was gonna do that one next. Okay, but so this all kind of happens in like a week. Gus doesn't really remember, but I remember perfectly.
What, the beach house?
So we were Snapchatting, and
Oh yeah.
we kind of like officially, we kind of like had a crush on each other for like a month or two, and then we kind of like told each other, because when you're young you like tell each other that you like each other, I don't know. So we like told each other that we kind of liked each other, and like I kind of knew that like he had a crush on me, but I never really like told anyone that I liked him. I kind of just like kept it to myself kind of, and then I eventually like told him. That was like a little bit after my birthday had passed, and it was before his birthday. And
It was Easter, so it was
yeah,
like
so
the
that
middle
it
of
was like
March.
that weekend we kind
Middle,
of told
end of
each other
March.
that we liked each other, yeah. And then that next Monday I get a call from Gus. And this is like spring break, right? It was like Easter was the next weekend.
Yeah.
Easter was the next weekend. It was spring break for me. And I get a call from Gus, and he's like, hey Kyla. And it was still kind of weird because we just told each other that we kind of liked each other. So it was like not awkward,
Well,
but it
not
was
only
a little
that,
awkward.
I've never called you before.
Yeah,
but
that was
like,
the first time he called me too. So I was like freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, he's calling me. And I remember my mom was in the car, and I was like, oh my god. And I'm like, what is he gonna say? And then so I just answered it. And you were in the car with Stormy, right?
No, I wasn't in the car.
Oh, you were in the car. But earlier that day, he was with Stormy. He was like, so I'm going to this beach house this weekend with like
My whole family.
and I wanted to know if you wanted to come. And I was like, I think I just said yeah, right? I was like,
You're like, yeah, sure.
I was like, yeah, sure. And you're like, okay, cool. And then it was just kind of awkward, and then we just like said bye. But then we like later texted about it because that was just more comfortable. We just texted about it.
It was just weird
But
at first.
it was kinda weird at
It's
first.
weird, like, for whatever reason, at that time, it was weird to like call somebody. I don't know why.
Well, 'cause
we
we're
were
so
like
used to
texting,
Snapchatting.
and we could talk like face to face, but for whatever reason, when you called someone, it was just weird.
Yeah. So then, I ended up. I think you told me, right, that like
Yeah, Rydell
was gonna be there, Stormy was gonna be there, and I was gonna stay with Rydell, and then because you guys like weren't staying at the house, they were staying at like a hotel near the house.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna stay with Rydell, and then I would be there for like 2 nights with them.
Yeah.
Then I would meet my mom or whatever, because then it was Easter. But yeah, so I was really excited, but I was like really nervous because I knew that like I didn't see Rydell in like a year or two, and Stormy, and then I haven't seen like your cousins in a long time, and they didn't really like know me.
Yeah, because you were little.
I was little.
So didn't Rocky teach tumbling?
Rocky actually taught me tumbling, and my like Rylan knew like my family and stuff, and he was like really close to my dad, but I didn't really know them, and I only knew Rydell. So I just was kind of like nervous because I'm kind of like shy when I first meet people, and like I don't like open up like that easily around people, especially if I'm like uncomfortable. And so I was already kind of nervous because like his family, like everyone just has a lot of energy, like yeah, but I like was just nervous because I like hadn't seen them in a while, and I was kind of like it was kind of like intimidating, not intimidating, but it kind of
I know what you mean, because
it like I just like I don't know, I hadn't seen them in so long, and it was like they just got off being off like on tour, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna go and like be with them. So I'm like texting Gus, and he's like, I'm so excited for you to come up, and so then the next day we go and meet, and Gus is gonna tell his side of the story after I tell my side because something happened. It was really funny. So I am just like kind of nervous, like I'm freaking out because this is like our first time hanging out after we told each other that we liked each other.
Well, it's the first time like hanging out with each other.
Because that whole week I think dance was off, so we didn't see each other. We kind of just like we just told each other that we liked each other. You called me, and then that was kind of it. So I went, and my mom met his mom, and Gator was in the car, and I like got in or whatever, and then it was in Oxnard, which is actually where my nanny lives, my grandma lives. So I was like, oh, that's like funny that it's in Oxnard too or whatever. And I've been going to my grandma's like beach house since I was little, so I know Oxnard or whatever. So I walk in, and I think they were all eating breakfast, right? It was like 11 or something. And I walk in, and I kind of like thought everyone would know I was coming, right? Because I'm sure Gus would have told them. So I walk in, and Gator was with us, so he obviously knew I was there or whatever. So I walk in, and I'm like, oh, hi, everyone. And it was really awkward, and everyone just like stared at me, and I just remember everyone like looking at me, and like they seemed really surprised to see me, and I was like, like that's kind of weird. Like his dad, I was like, I didn't really meet your dad. That was the first time I met your dad. I knew all his brothers, but that was the first time I met
my family.
And I like, so I went over and I said hi to Stormy and Rydell. They were like laughing, and then Gus like, oh, let's take up your stuff to Rydell's room. So then I like went up there, and as we're walking up the stairs, everyone's like clapping and screaming, and I'm like, what is going on? I just remember like I felt so awkward because I like hated feeling awkward and uncomfortable, and it was so weird because everyone was just looking at me like they didn't know I was there. And so I walk up, and it was just so awkward. And then the rest of the weekend was super fun, and I was still like a little uncomfortable just because everyone was so like crazy, and like I didn't know them that well yet. But it was so much fun, and then yeah, we had a really good time. But
so the catch was
but now let's hear Gus' side of the story.
No, so all of it was great. Stormy and my mom convinced me to not tell any of the boys that I was bringing Kyla.
His brothers, his dad, none of the Lynches. No one knew I was coming except Angie, Stormy, and Rydell. So I thought, and Gator came, But I thought that everyone thought I was gonna come, but they just said, oh, we're just gonna run to the grocery store really quick, and then they walked back with me.
With Kyla.
So no one, like, and then Stormy was like, oh, this is Gus's friend Kyla.
It was hilarious, but I feel so bad. Like, I felt so bad in the moment because I would never want to be put in that situation, but it was so funny because...
Looking back at it, it's funny, but I was so uncomfortable when it happened.
It's because the boys' reaction was what I was trying to get, like, which was funny.
All their faces were just like, imagine just like someone, like your family member walking in with like a girl or a guy, but you didn't know, and then you were like, oh wow. And
everybody thought it was funny because I was like, obviously I was the oldest in my family, and I was the first person to ever do that in my family, so that's why it was like funny. But
even your brothers,
obviously
like,
they loved
they looked
you,
so surprised,
and everyone made you feel like home. And after that, like I obviously went and introduced her and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were all like,
it was a fun memory. Wow.
Yeah.
We just talked for a long time.
Yeah. Well, because we never really have told that like story.
No, we didn't really tell that.
We never really tell those like beginning like.
That's because our relationship didn't like start anywhere specific. It kind of just gradually turned into something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It started like when we first started talking, and then it just slowly...
We were just like, we were just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't like, you know, like Rydell and Capron, they met at Circus Olay or whatever, and then they just
like
they went on a date.
And
ours isn't really like that. I think everybody's story is different.
And then after that, it was like a month later.
Oh, we went to Dockweiler.
And then that's when Gus... Well, we've told that story, right?
Did we? Have we told that story?
I think we have.
I think we have. Where I went and we went to Dockweiler and we went camping on the beach in RVs.
All of our families.
With both of our families. And there was one day where it was like super foggy and cloudy. So Kyle and I walked down to the beach and we're just sitting on the beach and talking for like a good like hour and a half. Just hanging out, listening to the ocean. And I asked her to be my girlfriend there. Because I thought it was such a perfect moment.
It was really cute.
So yeah, that's where it all kind of started.
Yeah. That was June 2nd, 2016. And we just passed our 3.5 year mark.
And now we're going on 4.
And we're only, like, I'm a freshman in college. And
technically I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, but we're both 18.
She's older.
So crazy, I'm older. By a month.
When I met Kyla's family for the first time, I think it was your dad's birthday.
Yeah, it was like a birthday party.
That was fun. That was funny. So her dad, so my birthday's April 4th, if you guys didn't know that. And her dad's birthday is April 31st. So they were doing like a birthday party thing, and obviously her whole family came over, like her uncles.
Yeah, so I have 2 uncles. My mom's, both her brothers, Uncle Brent and Uncle Chad, and they have their wives and then their kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And then my 2 grandparents both came over. My dad's mom and dad, my mom's mom and dad.
Yeah. And then all your cousins.
Yeah, and all my cousins. And I'm the oldest in my family. So I have all younger cousins, and Gus is kind of like on the younger side. He has all older cousins pretty much, besides your brothers.
Not all, but
like most of them are older.
It's cool. Like, so when we go to her family stuff, we're like the oldest, and then when we go to my family stuff, we're not the youngest, but we're younger. So we kind of like it's 2 different feelings.
I feel younger, yeah, with your family.
So I just remember, obviously I knew your parents.
Yeah, by that time he'd already met like my family, and he knew Sophie, obviously.
Yeah, I knew Sophie. But I never met any of your cousins. But I remember you telling me one of your younger cousins was like super excited to meet me. I remember just being over at your house. We were kind of hanging out outside because it's like the spring, the summer. Your dad's barbecuing, and your uncles come in, and I went in to go kind of to meet them. And
I knew my uncles. My uncles like, always tease me.
They're like, yeah, they're like.
Ever since I was little.
They're like talkers. Like they mess around. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that. I had no idea. So I went in to go kind of like introduce myself, and Kyle was like, "Oh, hey, how's it? Hey, Brent and Chad, I want you guys to meet my boy." We were boyfriend, but no. I want you to meet my friend, Gus. One of them goes.
It was Brent. That's my mom's older brother.
He goes, "Oh, did you hear what happened to Kyle's last boyfriend? Yeah, he's in jail now." And I kind of was just like, "What?" Like, I didn't know if I was taking him seriously or not, and I kind of looked at Kyla. Obviously, I knew it was a joke.
Yeah, I was like, he's kidding.
But then the whole time, it was just kind of like,
but once you get to know them, it's like, that's just their personalities. Like.
But yeah, it was fun. And then after that, we were all just like hanging out and talking.
Yeah. It's funny to think back at the beginning, because it feels like so long ago.
It feels like a long time ago.
Like, it kind of seems like we were like young and like immature, but like at the time I felt like I was like mature.
We're gonna say that about this
in a serious relationship.
We're gonna say that about this Sunday. We're gonna be like, do you remember when we were filming and we vlogged our life?
But I feel like the past 2 years has been like, we're more like mature.
No, definitely. Obviously, it comes with age. A lot of people don't date that long.
Yeah.
In high school.
And everyone was so surprised, like, when I would tell them how long we've been dating.
For whatever reason,
they were like, wow, really?
Me.
And I was like, yeah. And they're like, wow, you're so young, too. And I'm like, yeah. But everyone always got so shocked, like, when I'd be, like, getting my hair done. I'm like, yeah. And I was only, like, a junior. And I'm like, I've been dating my boyfriend for, like, 2 years. It's funny, because some of my friends, I'll talk to them, and they're like, I'll go on and on about how they have all these problems, like, with their relationships, and I'm like...
I don't think we ever fight that much.
I can't think of one time that we were, like, in a really bad fight, or where we had to take a break, or, like, anything like that. I'm like, my relationship's pretty good compared to you guys'. Like, I don't know.
I think it feels... 3.5 sounds like... It doesn't sound like a whole lot. Like, I feel like I've known you my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, it's weird to think that, like, Gus grew up, like, in Colorado, and literally we, like, were in 2 different parts, and, like, of, like, not the world because it's not that far away, but we were like living two different lives. I didn't even know I think I did know that the Lynches had cousins, but I didn't really know like of you or anything. I just remember like one time maybe like them being with you guys or seeing one of their like R5 TV videos or whatever where you guys were in it, because I used to watch those when I was younger. My other like little things I had or whatever, they never like were what I was looking for or what I wanted. And then Gus was kind of always there, and he was always just like a friend, and like I was always talking to him, but I didn't really realize like how special he was, because all the guys I had things with, they just weren't nice, they didn't treat me good, and I kind of just like was like not dealing with it, but I just was like, I don't know.
Yeah. It
just wasn't like good. And then when I met Gus, I realized like that like he's just what I was like wanting the whole time, and he was like right there.
I will say one
he's
thing.
the most amazing boyfriend ever, and he's so sweet and treats girls so well. And the other guys that I liked or whatever before that were just high school guys. They were just jerks. And
the one thing that like turned me towards Kyla was every time I was with her, I had fun. Like I'm always smiling and having fun, and I knew that was a good sign. So I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. I think we need to do a trivia video. We tried to do a trivia video.
It's hard because like trivia is kind of just like the boyfriend tag, and it's kind of like we know all the answers to it. Like we're pros.
I like this. We're pros.
Yeah. We know all the answers. Like what's my favorite movie?
Titanic. Whew.
Close one. What's my favorite color?
Pink.
What's my favorite food?
French fries.
No.
Burgers.
No. Come on.
Sushi.
Yes.
Close.
You're lucky that I like French fries and burgers too. But yeah, we like know everything about each other, so I think like story time's better. We should do like a series. Like that's kind of like
that's
how
we started.
That was like our first little year before we started dating, and then we could go into like
go into some
details. Like
no.
Yeah, because
if you guys like this video, just let us know.
Oh, okay, wait, really quick.
Because this is fun.
Because like I saw in like Kip and Rydell's video, they just said like, "What's the most romantic thing you've ever done for me?" That was cute.
You want to do that?
I just remember that. No, let's say that for the next video we do. Because that kind of goes into like our first year of dating. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You saying I'm not romantic now?
No. Like, but
that goes into our first year.
The first thing that comes to my mind is like what you did for our first year anniversary.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see another video like this,
just give it a thumbs up, comment down below,
subscribe, turn those notifications on, and make sure to let us know that you want to see another one of these.
Yes, because that was really fun, and I love doing stuff like this.
I do too. I also like filming in your room.
Me too. I feel like the lighting's so pretty and it's bright. Yeah, let us know if you liked it. Subscribe, comment down below. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.